Hey, what's good, everybody? Happy Tuesday. We had the day off yesterday. The stock markets were closed. We got a few new pieces in the studio here. We got a new thing we're going to be doing here soon, but I hope you had a great long weekend. If you're a client of ours, this is our daily update. We like to update you guys on what's going on, not necessarily because there's something you would do with your investments, but just to kind of keep tabs on what's going on out there. A couple things to update you on. If you're opening new accounts with us, or you're watching this, maybe you're not a client and you're opening new accounts, we have fully integrated our Folio connection, where now when you open an account, you can see that you are opening an account with our partner Folio. We don't try to hide that. We're very proud of that. So now you'll actually see that. You can go from start to finish, the entire account application, even start the sort of thought about how you want to invest, and we will take it from there. So if you're considering opening an account with Jazz Wealth, that's what you'll see when you click on Invest Now at jazzwealth.com. Some housekeeping here for clients. We got a new segment called Funny Money coming up here. We're doing it with my brother. He has an interest in finance. He's got a sort of interesting take on things, and he likes the lighthearted side of finance. So we're going to try to make it fun. Some different topics that we're going to cover inside of there will be just like current events, randomness in the stock market, financial and personal savings things that come up that maybe we see people make mistakes on, or just,꯫ Fun ways to help you out on that one. So that's coming up real soon. We have some equipment coming here, hopefully by the end of the day, and we'll get our first segment out to you guys. So interested to see what you guys think. Also, for clients of Jazz Wealth, Wine and Wealth is going to be less than 2 weeks away. We're putting the final touches on that. Don't worry, you'll get an email. All of our clients will get that. You come by, have a glass of wine with me online, and we will teach you something maybe you've never heard before, or go over some different investing strategies, things that may help you in the long run that you just don't find on YouTube, things that maybe can help you with your money, because that's what we do here at Jazz Wealth. We want to make sure you've got a second pair of eyes on your money, and if we can help you with that, that's our goal. Not really sure how loud to talk because this new mic is like right up in my junk here, so I'm going to just take it one step at a time. Let's talk about the stock market. The stock market was lower after 6 days higher, and the question you want to ask is, this is a big deal? Does this matter, or did we just go up a hill too fast that now we need to take a break? The analogy we used on Friday was, hey, if you ran up 6 blocks of hills straight up, you'd probably stop and take a breather at some point. Doesn't mean you would fall back down the hill and roll all the way back to where you started, although that's a possibility. It just means you need a break, right? So let's take a look here. The Dow was lower by 256 points, mostly because of Walmart. We'll get to that in a second. The S&P sold off by 15. The Nasdaq 100 lost only 5. So what happened today was, well, and you know this from watching, that in order for the markets to go higher, you need the semiconductor stocks, tech, and you need the financial stocks. Well, today you really didn't have any other sector or anyone trying to push the markets higher, but you did have the semiconductor stocks. They held up the Nasdaq most of the day, but it was too much weight for them to lift. By the end of the day, all of the markets kind of sold off. So not really a big deal there, just a little disconnect, and not really able to get anything going. So a slow start to the week. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over to the charts, talk about a few individual stocks. For those of you that have individual stocks, we got Walmart. Walmart down 10% on the day. Not a good sign if you're an investor in Walmart. That's a tough day to lose 10% in one shot, especially on Walmart. That stock does not normally have such large moves like that. They reported earnings. Earnings came in weaker than expected. The most important part about the earnings that everybody was focused on was online sales. The big deal here with Walmart is, are they going to be able to compete with Amazon? They are showing that they do want to compete by the acquisitions they're making and the changes they're making to their Sam's Club stores. Actually, a lot of their Sam's Club stores are now going to be distribution centers. They're just going to close them down totally and make them a distribution center. I like that idea, but the problem is that's going to take time. So in the meantime, online sales were lower for Walmart, which brings back into question, will they be able to compete with Amazon? So shares did sell off a total of, what do we have, 10.18% on the day, and that was your biggest drag on the Dow. So if we were to go over to the Dow Jones, well, by far, that was the biggest drag on the Dow. Walmart was your biggest loser, followed by Verizon, which has just been kind of floating back and forth there. So speaking of Amazon, let's go take a look at that stock, because that one almost broke some new highs today. Can you believe that? The stock market's all crazy and you know, a lot of wild movement going on, and Amazon's just plugging along, recovered all of its drop from the last 2 weeks, but wasn't able to make the new highs. It was up 1 1/3% here. Some fun news: if you're an Amazon Prime member and you have the, what is it called? The Prime Rewards Visa card, then you can go to Whole Foods, and when you use that card, and if you're a Prime member also, you'll get 5% cash back on your purchases at Whole Foods. If you are not a Prime member, but you still for some reason have the Amazon Prime Rewards Visa card, then you'll get 3% cash back. The question on Wall Street today, I think the reason this didn't break to new highs was, why are they doing this? Are they doing this because sales were a little slower than they'd expected after acquiring Whole Foods? Remember, they own Whole Foods now. So not sure. Most people were pretty excited about the idea, the fact that they are continuing to drive customers to their store. Amazon has also made it very clear they're not necessarily interested in making money off of their Whole Foods store for now. So they're willing to take a loss in the short term. Nonetheless, people still buy into that strategy. They love Amazon, up 1 1/3%. So I'm going to try not to laugh, but I'm probably going to laugh. Here we go. So KFC. Now, if you're not familiar, Kentucky Fried Chicken or KFC, they changed the name because they don't want you to think fried chicken is bad. KFC is actually a public company, and they actually own a handful of different restaurant chains. The name of the company is Yum Brands. Used to be my favorite stock to trade when I was a trader. Today, it was down a little bit. Here's the thing. KFC had to close 800 of their 900 stores in the UK because they ran out of chicken, and they don't know when they're going to get more chicken. So here's what they did. They said that it was teething problems with their new shipping carrier, DHL. They just switched over. They're now using DHL to ship the chicken. And they said, look, a little growing pain here. We adjusted. We didn't get our delivery for the chicken. So the question comes, okay, when are you going to get your delivery for the chicken, right? So that's fine. Maybe 1 or 2 days or something. They said, when are you going to get your chicken? They said, well, we don't know. We have no idea. So then they reach out to DHL and we go, so you didn't deliver the chicken. When are you going to start delivering the chicken? It's not a chicken shortage. It's just you're not delivering the chicken. When are you going to deliver it? No comment. So kind of makes you feel like it's a payment issue. Like these two, we got a new relationship here and they're starting to figure out how they're going to work their money together. I don't know. I'm just speculating on that, but that is awfully funny that they have to close 800 stores because it's not a chicken shortage, by the way. Read all the headlines. It's the fact that the chicken's not getting delivered. So, you have one job, Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's not Kentucky Fried ice cream with a little bit of hamburgers and stuff. It's chicken. So your only job is to put chicken in the store. If I was the CEO, I would be pretty upset. Hey, you want to take a look at Bitcoin? I know some of you, what's funny is a lot of you asked a lot of questions on Bitcoin and now it's quiet. The last couple of months have been really quiet. Got no questions on Bitcoin. Well, maybe that's going to change because Bitcoin had I believe it's best day in 3 weeks, something like that. Definitely since going back over here, you can see this day was one of the bigger days, immediately erased with losses. But today, Bitcoin up 16%. So those of you that are still hanging in there, you're still buying on the Bitcoin bandwagon, today wasn't a bad day. Hey, I'm going to wrap it up here, keep it really short today. Very slow news day. Tomorrow, by the way, you're going to actually get numbers, manufacturing numbers. That can be a market mover. Existing home sales, if you're a realtor or you're just curious about existing home sales, that also can be a market mover. So that's what the sort of active traders are going to be focused on. We'll cover it. We'll talk about it. But other than that, a slow start to the week. The market's pulling back today. Not a problem. Up 6 days. Give it a break. Not a big deal. No worry here. So thank you for watching. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you're invested in if you're not a client of Jazz Wealth. And if we can help you in any way, go to jazzwealth.com. Check us out. Be sure to watch these 2 videos. That certainly helps us. We are closing in on 10,000 subscribers. Never thought I'd get 100, to be honest with you, but we're almost at 10,000. I appreciate you guys watching so much, and we'll talk to you soon.